How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. And especially thank you for everybody who gifted all those subs. That was 10, 25, 35. That was a lot. 36.
Numbers.
Thanks. I appreciate you, Taff. I appreciate you, Valerie. Heckin' Bill over here being the best. I just think so much appreciated. I'm SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table, and today we're getting back into Bayonet. I am so excited. Last we left off, the party raided Bitter Hall and managed to pull out some survivors. Most notably being Puff's little sister, Barry, who is horribly traumatized. There's something to be said about A, getting the mark of the damned, B, losing an ear and being chained to the ceiling for days and days, and C, watching the rest of your family be fed to a gibbering mouther and then have that gibbering mouther's laughter start replicating your family for days. Anyway, it's a whole time. The party is getting Barry somewhere safe, heading towards Lady Kathleen, and it's hot. It's 5 stars. 5 stars in the city right now. Everybody out looking for the party, so they got to kind of lay low. If you want to get caught up on our 3, soon to be 4 weekly streamed campaigns, you can head over to the YouTube Longshot. And if you would like to join our community, we have a phenomenal community. It's on Discord. Not only do we have memes and cohesion, right? But we also have bingo. And people take bingo very seriously over there. They really do, especially the Terraform campaign, the Tuesday campaign. They're fucking feral for it. It's wild. Let's see. If you want to support me further, you can head over to the Patreon where depending on what tier you support me at, I will teach you how to DM like me, as well as some off-stream one-shots at the table, at the Longshot table. And last but not least, we have a podcast out right now. We just started it. It's called Insight Check. And the players are banned because it's spoilers. It's the secret sauce to my DMing has been bouncing it off of one friend in particular named Jared. So the other day I was like, well, we've been doing this for years. What if we tried podcasting it? And that's turned out really well, actually. Yeah, I think that's it for the announcements. Let me throw it over to Pierce Ashwalker, aka Andy Skadoosh, aka ValveMax.
First of all, it's fucking bullshit that I'm not allowed to watch the podcast because spoiler. It's stupid. Anyway, hey everybody, it's Andy, also known as ValveMax010 or Andy Skadoosh Taylor on most other socials. You can find me over on TikTok mainly. I'm taking a little bit of a break from TikTok. I'm coming back soon though, because I'm just out of ideas for the moment. But follow me there for goofs and gags. You can follow me on pretty much any other social at ValveMax010. But if you want to see me as a player, you can find me here on Saturday nights or over on Mr. Dandy DM's YouTube channel as Brash Briggs, the Loxodon Bard of Our Flag Means Doom, a pirate-themed D&D campaign, and as Zacchaeus P. Dunbar, a Lancer pilot in Star Progeny over on Saturday Morning Spell Kids.
Cool.
Which episode 1 is out now, and we're going to work on getting more episodes recorded soon.
When you say Lancer pilot,
yeah.
What is that? What's a Lancer?
You don't know what Lancer is?
Oh.
Okay, so Lancer is a TTRPG system. It's a mech-based TTRPG system. I don't know too much about it other than what I've played so far. It's really fun. It's like really fun. Like you have skills, but they're not like perception, performance. They're like named stuff like fix or break something.
Okay, cool.
And like you can add stuff to like things that would apply to that. It's really cool. It's really cool. And then you also have separate stats for your mechs, and you can name your mechs, and you have call signs, and it's
cool.
Really cool.
Yeah. I think that'd be the only thing that would ever get me into mechs is RPing as a pilot.
Yeah.
I just want pod racing. I'm kidding. Mike.
Hello, I'm Puff. I do special effects makeup on TikTok. Metro Mike on TikTok, Metro Michael on Twitch, and freaking, I'm slowly getting back into makeup. Stay tuned, because me and my buddy Splanky are starting a freaking podcast. It's the Weeby Gaming Podcast, all things anime and video game related, where we are eventually going to be rating like top games, top animes that'll make you cry. We got like a whole list of different topics to talk about. So if you need suggestions for different types of games or different types of animes to binge watch, got you.
Excellent. Last but not least, gang, do go follow these wackadoos, as well as Drakoniques, who's not with us tonight, but is very much here in our hearts and minds. And if you love the art that was done by the incredible Oddity Draws, you can see it there and there. You should go follow them. They are phenomenal. I love them so much. I've got to do some D&D with them here and there. It's been really, really good. That said, I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. Shall we?
We're off to a rough start. First roll of the day was a 5.
Andy.
What?
Roll me a d20.
Okay, at least it's not a D100.
We'll get there.
Natural 20.
Okay,
Let's
it's gonna be
go.
a mixed bag of a day, and I'm here for it.
Oh my god. What the hell?
All right, gang. Chat, drink some water, get hydrated, nestle in, maybe some hot cocoa and a snack. It's gonna be a time.
This with my melon dice,
Oh,
too.
wait, I gotta adjust that.
Very nice. The melon. Okay. Okay. The city of Rillis is falling behind as you move with the party. Specifically Tone, Tone, one of the members of the Held Breath, who specializes in relocating people when need be. With the two of you is 4 or 5 survivors, but the most important, arguably, to the party is Barry, Puff's little sister, and that kind of glowing red mark faintly hovers off of her forehead, very similar to Tyrant Lord Werst's red font. She doesn't seem to notice it, but as you guys are moving through the ins and outs of the outer city of Rillis, let's get a D100 roll to see how things go.
Damn it.
Hopefully this goes better than the previous one. Okay. Not bad, 37.
82?
Why are you like this?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I promise I'm trying my best, Dad.
We enter in as
Just flip-flop rolls.
we enter in as Tone and Ilan, the Human Ranger Drake Ward and the Dragonborn Rogue, are kind of leading the way, and they hole up. Everyone's kind of in a line in this old dusty corridor as Tone looks in to the next room over. We're gonna have to find another route out of here to our destination.
Wait, why?
Take a look. Looking around the corner, go ahead and make a perception check. But what you do see is this pass into that kind of watery area that you guys were familiar with, is now closely watched. It looks like the city is hosting like a kids soccer league here now, and is seemingly pointedly putting eyes in this area. You can see maybe 300 people, just families and their kids all kind of running around. It looks like the game hasn't even started yet, so the place is kind of filled out. Feels kind of festive. And you can see that they're constructing various nets in the oh no, what's the name? The linear space. The interim. Thank you. Good God, Jeff, get it together.
It's okay. It's okay, Pookie.
All three of us are forehead smooches kind of homies. Bedtime story looking ass motherfuckers.
We discovered that very quickly.
But there is definitely a guard presence here. So Tone turns back around and he goes, okay, so we can either try to move through this crowd, or we can take the risk of uncharted pathing. The issue is, this is a front. These children, we would be putting them in danger by risking this place. Because if the guards catch wind of us here and a fight breaks out, it's gonna get messy, it's gonna get crowded, but it's doable. We just have to slip through before the game starts. And get to the water that floats.
Could I use Urchin? Because I know the secret patterns in floated cities to navigate around it.
Yes, you may. You begin looking around and pathing out additional options. You can choose to, well, let's get a what did we get on those perception checks?
I got a dirty 20 on perception because I got +7.
Very nice.
I didn't roll it. I forgot.
No, I'm just kidding.
I got a really good roll. I got a 9.
All right, so you're here as well, and you're like, wall.
Ooh, soccer.
You're like, no, but you're keeping
like the soccer I'm familiar with.
This is 3D soccer with no gravity. You're keeping a lookout, and you're able to determine with your 9 that you believe that you are not being followed. Puff. Looking around, tasting the dirt, smelling the wind. It's possible that there is a set of narrow passes that could get you through this area if you wanted to stay so close to the path you know. The additional option being striking out into nothingness, into the unknown to find another way around. Both are dangerous.
Okay, Pierce.
Yeah.
We got 2 options.
There's the path that I know, or we can try to find a new path. Considering what we've experienced since we got here, I'm gonna go with I vote with the path we know. I'm open to talk it out, but I'm voting path we know because there's been too many unknowns up until this point.
I'm gonna turn to Tone and go, this path that we don't know. Do you know it?
No.
Damn it.
It'd been too easy.
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi. Welcome in. Also, Jen and Shleely. Thank you for the follows. Great names.
Okay. All right. We stick to the path we know. If anything breaks out, we get out of here. These guards, I would love nothing more than to plunge a dagger in their noses. But these kids didn't earn that. So we keep them out of the way. Deal?
Deal. I'm gonna let you know now that if things get hairy, I am going to immediately beeline to our location. Full send. I do not expect anybody to be able to keep up with me, but I have to make sure that my sister is safe. So I apologize if I leave you in a hairy situation.
I hold my hand up. I hold the metal hand up and I go, you don't have to apologize for that. I would have done the same thing.
Puff,
I
puff.
appreciate that. Hey, Barry.
Oh,
We're
well,
almost there. We're almost there.
Okay.
We're gonna go see Lady Kathleen.
She's
Hopefully
nice.
she can help. Yeah. All right. Let's get moving.
All right, so
Okay.
you want to try to find nooks and crannies and pathways along the sides of the interim. So let's get an Well, first things first, stealth.
Okay.
That's 25.
It's a dirty 20.
Let's go.
Very good, very good. The two of you begin mapping out a path. You find yourselves moving. Puff, you kind of pry aside this kind of drainage grate and slide yourself in, and you start moving along through the walls. You're in the walls. The two of you are moving through the sideways, and you keep finding little snapshots into the interim itself, where the game has kind of started, and a lot of the attention is on the game. But a lot of guards are also they know why this event is happening, and it's to keep eyes on this area and kind of on the down low. But you guys are silent as shadows. Who rolled low on the D100? I think it was Puff. All right, roll a D100 for me.
But I already rolled one and it was good. What if this one's bad? What if this one's bad?
What if indeed?
No double dips, Jeff.
No.
What did you get, Max?
I got like an 82. Don't do this.
I
Don't
got
do
80
this.
I got an 84.
84? Okay. So as you're moving along, you discover this amalgamation of stone, and you realize it's the top half of what was a stone genasi that long since died, but he's holding on to something, and he's curled up, and he's cracked and graveled over time because he's been a corpse for a long time, but he's still holding and huddling around and like curled over something, holding onto it tightly, even in death.
Can I sleight a hand it?
Yeah, you kind of start shimmying your way up into this area, and roll a sleight of hand as you start trying to make sure you don't, I guess.
I don't want to desecrate a body, even though if he's dead. Like that's still like fucked.
Half a body, mind you.
Yeah, like I don't want to. He didn't do anything wrong. That's a 24.
Okay.
We're lucking out because all the stuff that I've been rolling for outside of the D100s has been what I'm proficient in.
Yeah.
It's a small lockbox. It doesn't appear to have any lock or hinge or knob but you can There's something in there. It just seems to be a solid block of metal. You don't even see a seam.
Metal. It's just a cube.
Basically.
I put it in my bag.
And we
There,
continue
we
along
have
our way.
pressing. We have more pressing matters. This is something I will investigate when safety is not my concern.
It's just tungsten. It goes like immediately.
Oh, get some good rest, Nordic.
Have a good night.
Night, buddy.
What's your passive perception, Puff?
17. We're getting it closer and closer to 20.
You go to put it away, and you hear something from within the box.
Does it show up on my my thingy?
Nope, it's not words.
Well, no, it would still describe whatever the sound was.
Hmm.
It'd be like asterisk noise. Asterisk.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Cuff of captions.
It says thump thump. As you hear
The heart of Davy Jones. Side note, crazy ability to make the sound of a heartbeat.
That's really good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, any audible sound or spoken language. So yeah, it would be heartbeats. Gonna worry about that later. Into the box you go. I don't understand why I have a heart. Just gonna keep that.
and onward we mosey through a plethora of fantastic rolls. You eventually find in your narrow passages that the sounds are starting to get a little quieter, and you're kind of in a more you now have to find a way to navigate into the watery area, and as you do so, Pierce, you're going along following the fluffy butt, and your side pupil picks up this strange motion in the stone next to you, and you turn to look, and you don't immediately see anything. And as you look away, the kind of texture of that stone, you know, like the little bumps and ridges and stuff like that, shifts. It doesn't go anywhere, it just kind of alters. And you look back, and you can see that it's slightly altered. But it's only once your singular additional pupil is able to note it, is the only thing that is able to see it, because it's got more periphery, it shifts. The stone's not going anywhere. It's like that. It's like someone's casting mold earth on it, and on stone you can just kind of do the surface level of the you can put like pictures into stone and stuff like that, but you can't like move it. So something gentle, some subtle magic seems to be going on here.
Can I investigate this to see if there's like maybe a softer bit of earth here, or like...
You may.
I doubt that this is the case, but does this have to do with Fey, Fiends, or Undead?
No.
Okay, there you go. See, you got one.
Yeah, finally.
Even a broke clock is right twice.
26.
Okay.
We're rolling real well until combat starts.
Yeah, right. Enjoy it now.
I use my brain.
I mean, you'll never get to combat if you keep rolling this well. So,
Metro, keep it up. Keep going.
Put your hand.
Lesson on the dice.
Put your hand out and you feel the hard, cold stone. And as you look away, underneath your fingers, underneath the palm of your hand, feels the kind of shifting of ridges. It doesn't feel organic. It doesn't feel sentient. It feels like... How high did you get on that investigation roll?
Like 26.
26? It's a pattern. It's this... there's a symmetry that keeps forming and reforming. But you are unable to see it with your normal two eyes. And Puff is not able to see it at all. It's only because you've got this third pupil going on. So that means...
Could I, like, fake it out maybe? Like, act like I'm gonna look this way and then whip my head back quickly?
You can do that, but it doesn't change anything, which implies it's not sentient. It's not a reactionary thing. It's not a looking out and manually doing something. It's happening as a byproduct of not being able to see it with your normal two eyes. And it's not just here. You look forward and you look back and you start seeing the tail. It's like once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Is it like the entirety of this space that we're in?
Yeah,
you're in like
this crawl space. So you've got a little bit of room to your left, right, forward, and back, but it's real low. You're belly crawling.
I think I would try and relay that to everyone.
What do you say? Let's hear it.
I don't really have an explanation for this. It's kind of becoming a pattern nowadays, but the walls are changing somehow. There's some sort of magic, like low-level magic, that's altering the stone a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know what's causing it. But just so you guys are aware.
Oh. Know what to say to that, Pierce?
Same.
Are we gonna continue on? If the stone attacks, you let me know.
I mean, it's not doing anything yet. But it won't do it while I'm looking at it. I can feel it move when I look away.
That's unsettling.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be, like, sentient at all. It's not like... At least I don't think it's a creature of any kind. It's just a property of the stone here.
I did find a cube with a heart in it. I assume it's a heart. Something's beating in this cube that I found that I put in my bag. We'll just keep going forward. If something changes, you'll be fine.
Can I see it?
The heart or the cube?
The cube that I assume the heart is in.
Yeah, here you go. Well, just like
slide it back down.
does like a little like
uncomfortable
circle around. Just
there's an eventual pivot, and then the two of you are like face to face.
You
There's like
just
a
see
foot
like
in between, and you got the
all of the cheek
how
and
are ya?
fluff, just like
Barry comes around, gets inside.
just here's the cube. How big's the cube?
Thank you.
Not very big. And to be clear, it is a little more rectangular than
Okay.
square.
It's a cube, or it's just a box.
Looking at the metal, it looks like I think it's called Ramston steel, where it's got those folds that are visible.
I would just take the cube box and lightly press it against the wall, see if there's any reaction.
Trying to gauge that with your periphery. Then you have to tell everyone else to stop looking at it.
Sure am.
He just closed my eyes.
That works.
Okay, well, yeah, do that too.
Just closed his eyes. I have blind fighting. I can see all.
The heart does have a connection to it. The center point of this symmetrical pattern moving and shifting seems to be wherever the heart is. Now you're in a crawl space, right? So you get real low, and it's not very high up, but it's a lot of space lengthwise, right? It's this big open area. It's just very shallow. Because you shifted and moved around a bit for your experimentation, you're at a different angle, because you only got the off pupil in one eye, or is it both?
It's one. It's
Okay.
my right eye.
Now that you're looking the other way, your periphery is now what is able to see in the distance. Are you familiar with those visual illusions where you defocus your eyes and the thing comes together?
Yeah.
You part your eyes just a little bit, and the really staticky looking picture suddenly has a 3D effect.
Yeah.
Similar. Strange patterns spring to you, and it's just impossible to really wrap your head around it because you have to keep looking at it with your periphery.
Can I? So you can tell me how bullshit this idea is. I have the observant feat. Is there any shot that I can remember some of these symbols and patterns and jot them down later? Because I don't want to stay here too long.
The longer you wait, the harder that history check will be. But yes.
It's my history.
Because you're still, even now, not really getting a good look at it.
Wait.
What?
Yes, I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay. You just see Puff take his little goggles. This is gonna hurt.
Okay.
Poof.
Okay.
Roll your 3d8. This is gonna hurt me.
I like to think it goes from like 0 energy to Battle of the Fates. Immediately, cuts into the center of the music.
It's just like void energy wrapping around Puff's brain, just his tunnel vision.
Did we even take a short rest after that fight?
No.
You take 11 psychic damage.
All right, I'm at 88 health. This is fine.
That's a lucky number.
It just looks okay.
What's nuts about these glasses, and this is actually a great time to talk about this, is that it gives you all those abilities. It doesn't say it gives you to them if your eyes are open. So you gain all of that additional sight. And as you close your eyes, you still have, I believe, true sight and sight into the ethereal, correct?
Yeah,
Or
so
blind sight for a certain range?
So the lenses are blah, 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 blah. Improved vision, but glimpses into the vast emptiness between the stars. When worn, the outer, so it's dark vision up to 60 feet. And then once per day, I pierce the veils of time and space to see into the outer darkness. That's when I get foresight and true seeing for 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. True sight.
Yeah.
Excellent. True sight is what we need to lean on here as you blink and then realize if you just close your eyes, you still have true sight. And the eyes being closed is the prerequisite to this puzzle. Or not physically looking at it is the prerequisite for the shifting. And Pierce was able to see out of the additional eye, additional pupil, because it wasn't his two original pupils. And people didn't take account into a person having a third fucking pupil when they made it.
Hey, listen, that's not my fault.
No. It's it's amazing. It's what was able to present this information. It's a lot, Puff. It's a lot. It's think of the Matrix falling script.
No,
right?
Jesus.
But it's falling towards you, if that makes sense. Follow my wibbly fingers.
Yeah.
And it's symmetrical, split down the middle as to where the heart is. It's code. It's much like what we the players would call code, but it is a strange arcane math that is constantly writing and rewriting itself. Make an Arcana check to even remotely understand what's going on here.
Pop's super good at Arcana.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
And Pierce, what you doing?
I'm waiting to see what he tells me as I see
man.
him put on the goggles and seize up for a second before he closes his eyes.
Can we see that again, Andy? Can we?
Oh, yeah. He puts on the goggles and goes.
It's the one eye going off into a distant place for me.
It's fine.
It's the one eye just like going on a journey.
Okay, hold on. I have a thing for this.
Hey, Ollie.
Also, thank you very much for inspo, chat.
Oh, let's go.
I get 5 temp HP. Let's go.
Yeah, you do.
That's nice.
Okay. Hold on. I need to figure out where it is. There's a thing I can do. I know it's in here. Where is it?
While you're looking, Pierce, do you know what I mean by the tungsten folds or ramston? I forget what it's called, but it's where they used to do this with swords or knives, where you would flatten and fold and fold and fold and fold, so that when you finally have your finished product, the inside of it looks like this really cool folding.
Yeah, like
design.
Damascus.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You get inspiration.
Oh, but I already have inspiration.
Then you get nothing, I guess.
What, can Mike have it as a gift from me? Because I know what Damascus is.
To be fair, I was gonna say,
Sure.
I was like,
Yay.
I just assumed it was Damascus. When you were like Ramston Steel, I was like, that's pretty sure that's like, I googled it and I'm like, I think you mean Damascus. I'm just not gonna correct you because I feel
I
bad.
knew that because I watched Forged in Fire.
Let's go. Fucking love that.
So
It's good. It's a good show.
folds within the metal
Oh,
also mimic that of which you see around, in the same patterns that are symmetrically forming and reforming. Again, has to all be out of the corner of your eye.
What do you see, bud?
Well, it's a. Thought I had a thing that I could add to it, but I, for the life of me, cannot find it right now. I got a 14 on the Arcana check.
Okay.
Which is better than I was expecting because I have nothing. I just thought I had something that I could just flat add to like any roll. I know it's there somewhere. I don't know where it is though. Pierce, there's just all it's how do I describe this? The stone, yeah. I know rudimentary, man. Stuff that would be used for like commerce. Picture like just a shit ton of numbers.
Arcane symbols.
Like if somebody went to school and then they were like, here's calculus, but forever.
Okay.
And it's so there's let me see the box.
Ooh, I can say this. The
hand
closest
him
thing
the
you would have
box.
ever seen would be like those arcane tattoos you can get. Very
Okay.
similar. If Puff has ever seen any of those arcane tattoos.
I would assume he has, based on the fact that I'm constantly just anybody
they're
that's trying to
rough.
buy crops.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. So I'm gonna try something. This is gonna look stupid, Pierce. Hold on. And I'm just gonna be like, while I see the code, I'm gonna take the box and kind of do like a fanning motion to see how it like affects, and see if like the code's trying to pull the box somewhere or if it only is impacting the code.
Its location impacts the area around it, not the other way around.
Okay, so the code isn't seeking; it's trying to avoid the heart.
It's trying to stay centered on the heart.
Does it look like it's all circling to the heart, not away from the heart?
Which is in your position because
Yeah.
you guys have the heart.
Yeah.
You have the box. Again, you're looking into like a liminal space. You're looking into hundreds of
Yeah.
feet and then darkness of thinly cramped stone. And so you're seeing it on the ceiling, you're seeing it on the floor, and there's this line wherever the box is that seems to have an effect it's almost paisley looking, like this thing here, like this bad boy.
Okay.
But interlocking arcane math. With a 14, likely this is something cooked into the city from a long foregone age. But the city is not older than Woen Oed, the demiplane. So that gives you a little bit of time frame area.
I'm gonna look at the box with the goggles on.
Okay?
Does the box change at all?
You can see through the box. And inside
What?
you see a withered heart. Kind of up on one corner. Just beating in place.
I'm gonna. Do you relay that to me?
Yeah.
Like exactly that?
Yeah.
Hearing that, Pierce is going to take one edge of the box and turn it 180 degrees. Does the heart move from one side of the box to the other?
The heart would stay in the corner it was in unless you like shifted it so that it would flop over. But the pattern pivots as well.
Huh.
So you can like Rubik's cube it?
The pattern on the walls around you move with the positioning of the box.
What if I flip it upside down?
You flip it upside down. The heart. Make a wisdom save.
Oh, fuck. That's a no, wait. That's 14.
DC was 15.
Fuck. Remember me, Pierce.
There is a sudden jarring experience. It's not painful, but it's cold as the heart to your eyes, Pierce, you don't see this happen, as the heart in the box and Puff's heart switch places. Puff, you have seconds.
I flip it back again. What happens? Fucking. I give it to frickin' Pierce.
I'll take the box, and I'm like, what's happening?
As
Flipped it upside down.
as your stress levels go up, your heart rate picks up.
So my heart is in the box now.
And the shriveled heart is where your heart should be. But it's cranking along. It's doing its best.
So flipping the box back to regular doesn't give me back my heart. Pierce, my heart's inside that box. I don't know what to do.
There's no seam on this box whatsoever.
Does the code change now that I have the heart, the withered heart?
Nope.
Is the code centered on Puff now, or is it still in the box?
It is centered on Puff now.
Oh, shit.
The box itself seems to go dull.
Fucking. I'm gonna crawl towards the code, I guess.
Okay, you start moving through the space. You seem to be exerting yourself. You seem to be stressed. Would you say you're getting kind of sweaty and your heart rate would be going up?
Yeah, because I'm panicked.
Okay. Your vision clears a little bit as your heart rate goes up. Still that coldness in your chest as all of these patterns skew and writhe around you. The fear is literally keeping you alive.
Do I see anything with the goggles on that would like suggest like where the code originates from outside of me? Because it's all feeding to me.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out where it's coming from, that's where I'm trying to head.
That does not give you any direction that is useful to you in this moment.
I turn the box on its side.
You felt it. You felt your heart slam into the side of the box.
Ow!
I literally don't know what to do.
Freaking, wait. Gilbert, flip the box upside down.
Gilbert goes as your heart returns to its place.
Nobody flip open the box.
Bird looks at you.
Is the code centered on Gilbert now?
Yeah. Gilbert's hopping. Gilbert's hopping in a panic.
Hold on, Gilbert.
I'm gonna try something. No, I'm not. Gilbert can die. What am I saying? I'm not gonna try that. And I don't mean that as like I don't care about Gilbert. I mean he can literally die and he will come back. I'm not going to risk myself for Gilbert. I'm sorry.
Gilbert looks at the party with the biggest puppy eyes.
Here's watch the watch my sister, watch the other guy with us. I take Gilbert, it's gonna be okay, and I snap his neck.
If Barry is anywhere near me and I can, I will reach and cover her eyes so she doesn't have to see that.
Hello. You rang?
Hi, Shorn.
Hi.
What? Do you know anything that's going on? What's with this box?
Interesting. It seems to me
that in some way the city is asleep and it used to be able to move and shift. The heart belonged, I believe, to whoever built this city. I only know this, of course, because he was brutally murdered. We should really do something about that.
You should. You seem a little unhinged since the last time we talked. How you doing? You doing okay?
There is less worship. And so my mind wanes somewhat.
Well, that's good. We're gonna finish the rest of this year. I was just hoping
Yes.
we'd
And I
know
would be
what do
free from such shackles that are things like murder.
Yeah, you could be the freaking god of pastries and all things sweet. You will, maybe you'd be able to taste pastries then. I'm getting off track. Do you know what we should do with the cube heart thing?
Keep it.
Okay. That's good. Can I have Gilbert back? I kind of he did a heart swap and then he looked scared, so I murdered him, and that's my bad.
He was a little cold this time before the end, but you know he doesn't feel pain. Hawks up, Gilbert.
Gilbert! No more coldness for you. Back on
That's what I
there.
mean. That's what I mean. He's fine. He's completely fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well, I'll check back in on you, Shorn, after we go and deal with the rest of this year. Do you need anything outside of that? Are we good?
I wouldn't mind some reading recommendations. Right away. Think about it. Let me know.
Yeah.
Gone.
Just like just standing there, just okay. Box is the heart of the city. Guy that did the thing that made the city used to move, or like not sentient but tied to the guy that made the city. Don't flip over the box. Just don't do that unless you want to be the heart of the city and be. And I look back at the box to see, because it had Gilbert's heart in it. Now Gilbert is dead. What's inside the box?
The original heart.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna carefully take the box and gingerly put it in my pack so as to not jostle the heart.
Okay. And the
And I
party
will go, let's go.
The party continues onward, which is a good spot to grab our first break. We'll be right back, chat.
Yeah.
Bye.
I forgot to do a countdown. And we're back. There we go. Okay. The party continues on moving through this cramped space. And soon you find this kind of almost safe door that you would almost like you would see on a submarine, you know what I mean? The kind of like long wheel latch door on your side. And you know it's likely that there's a lot of water on the other side. So how do we prepare the group as a whole for moving through these areas? Are we gonna be dashing for the pockets of air?
I'm going to put Barry and all of the little bunny like half in my backpack. So that way she's just like chilling like it's a sleeping bag. And just be like boop.
Like one
So she
ear
just-
is kind of flopped
yeah,
out.
just both like her little head's just sticking out and she's got her hands on my shoulders.
Hell yeah.
Need you to hold your breath, Barry, as long as you can.
Okay.
I am going to activate Step of the Wind, which will allow me to full send move like 140 between.
Okay. Tone and Ilan will say their goodbyes at this point.
Thank you for all your help. Travel safe.
They nod. Ilan moves forward and hands Pierce a potion. This was something that I was holding on to for a tight spot, but I think you'll be in a few of those before I am. This will briefly turn you into, like, mist. And allow you to relocate by any means necessary. You can still be targeted by spells, but arrows will go right through you. It doesn't last long, but it's good to have as an alternative. Better to have it and not need it and all that.
I agree. Yeah. Thank you.
Claps
I
on my
really
shoulder.
appreciate that.
Puff, you're adorable, never change. He's gonna turn and walk away
I'll
with
miss you as I like hold the dragon scale.
hell yeah.
Just a little dragon scale. I'll make a necklace out of it.
Hell yeah. What color is the dragon scale? Remind me.
It is the really hardens kind of like you said it was like gunmetal.
That's right.
Was the color of him.
That's right.
I have copious notes.
Excellent. And so
Callahan, you're the worst.
Callahan was not here for this part.
I know.
He
but I was
doesn't.
like,
He doesn't do
tell
stuff.
Callahan
Just-
he's the worst. And he should change. Definitely. At earliest convenience.
Get a move on.
All right, let's go.
I'm talking to Callahan and changing. No,
Oh no, yeah, the Callahan's not here, unfortunately, but yeah, definitely relay that.
Tone, not.
I knew
seriously.
that. I dive in the water.
Anyway. Okay. Are we braving the waters?
Yeah, I have a choice if we're gonna get to Lady Kathleen.
There's always a choice. You can. It's a big ruined city. You can just stretch out into paths unknown if you want to choose.
Yeah,
a
not
different
with my
route.
little sister.
Okay. Okay. We will be rolling for all of these NPCs and whether or not they drown on the way. Barry will be fine because you're a fucking speedster.
You fast bug boy. Also difficult terrain, which would be including water,
Yeah.
does not impede me.
Which is wild to think about. Can you imagine just...
Just, you thought I was? Are you kidding? Well, even if, like, in theory, if I was on the top of water, I could run across the water.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Nothing
Okay.
stops Buff.
We have athletics checks as we pull open the door and begin swimming into the interim where there is not any gravity whatsoever, just the fucked up body of water.
Buff gets inspo from chat.
Oh, good.
Now people will live.
I'm putting Puff at advantage.
Oh,
The DC, the first DC, is 5.
well. With athletics, it was a 16.
14.
Next roll. Okay. It is very dark here.
Who's with us?
You have not... It's Barry and the 5 other people you saved.
Oh, right.
2 of which, again, it's very dark in here, get lost and fall behind.
I think when I start to notice that it's getting darker, I'm gonna just open up my gauntlet, kind of like the faded sound of the rotation, and it will kind of lock on a... All my mutagens glow, but this one will be like a darker, like teal color. And as that one gets injected, you won't be able to see it, but I'm describing it for the people at home. My eyes will kind of like, almost like they're hemorrhaging, and this deep teal ink will kind of just turn them into full sclera. And this is
Cool.
Night Eye.
Cool.
This will give me 60 feet of dark vision, and I will try and sheepdog any people that are starting to get lost with me.
Your pupils hyperdilate, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
If I heard that correctly, I think I did.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's almost like the ink of the pupil leaks out into my full eye.
Okay.
It's weird.
That's cool.
With the goggles on, I have 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You turn, Pierce. Puff, you're bolting for that next pocket of air. Pierce lights up and then turns to check on the 2 that seem to have fallen behind. One of them is floating and not moving. The other one is swimming like the devil himself is directly behind him. And he's losing all his air. He's just screaming and swimming as fast as possible towards you, Pierce. You're about 40 feet away.
I'm gonna swim as close as I can to where I'm like about 30 feet away. I'm gonna shoot out my grappling hook and try and grab him, pull him towards me.
You meet in the middle.
And then I'm gonna kick, and we're gonna kick together, and we're gonna get to the next pocket of air as soon as we can.
Okay.
What is this shadow thing in the water?
No, he's just panicking because he's running out of air.
No, he's not.
What?
The other one's
So
not
I was
moving.
like, is the shadow thing we fought at the church in this water now?
Andy, make a perception check as you get close to that floating floating body as the two of you begin swimming away. Make it, don't give me that.
He's like, I wanted to save everyone.
Melon die, save me.
Oh no.
Natural
Yay.
1 + 1.
Okay.
Wait, I have inspiration I can use. I'm sorry. I'm
Yes.
using that.
I got inspiration from Chad too. Thank you,
Okay.
Chad.
So that's better. 12.
With a 12 and your enhanced vision as well, as the body floats motionless, it comes into view of you and the eyes flick to you, and as it turns, you see this row of pink needles that have been shot all into the side of Homie. Neck, side of the head, and in his shoulder as well.
Man.
Angry pufferfish.
You don't see the source, but he does seem paralyzed.
But not dead yet?
The eyes flick to you as soon as they're able.
I gotta try. I'm gonna try and get them both. I'm gonna try and get the person who's still like able to move to help me get them both to the next air pocket. And I'm gonna try and keep my head on as much of a swivel as I possibly can.
Okay. As you get closer, the needles
Ooh.
make a dex save at disadvantage.
Okay.
As they darting towards you, you can see them now. They're like fucked up little fish snakes. Well, you know those like leech things with the garbage disposal mouths?
Yeah.
Think of that, but elemental, this pink shard like creature.
Okay,
Bunch of little dudes.
22.
Okay. You manage to contort and move out of the way. Homie next to you is not as successful. And you see it. And, okay, he retains. He manages to shrug off the paralysis, the paralytic. And let's roll initiative.
Oh, God. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Am I rolling initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
It was a 27.
Yeah. These
Where's
fish
my-
seem fast, though.
That's that plus 12 to initiative, baby.
20 for Pierce. And you said 27?
Yeah.
27 for Puff. Okay.
In hindsight, I should have tied a rope to everybody and then just full send swam like a literal like jet ski. Because I have the boots of striding and springing to where even if I'm technically pulling something that would encumber me, I cannot be encumbered. So there is no movement loss.
We'll remember that the next time we save like 6 hostages and have to passage them through
Just
giant floating orbs of
cartoon
water.
Ball them up and then just run.
Katamari Legacy them.
Nordic, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so it goes Puff, Pierce, Shard Swarm, Civvy, Berry. Civvy is in civilian.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So there's 5 civilians. Where are they all located?
2 of them are by Pierce. The other 3 are by you. You and those 3 in Barry are in a pocket of oxygen.
Okay.
Now you can't run into these pockets full berries, or else you will, because of the non-gravitational forces, you will ruin this pocket. So entering and exiting, you can't be at bullet speed.
But I could get up to it and be like, "You're safe. Stay."
Yes.
Okay. And how's this pocket looking?
Pretty big. Pretty big.
It's just us in it, though, right?
Yeah, as long as it's not. Yeah. Water on all sides. Dark water.
That was my
on all
main
sides.
thought process is, okay, we're in the pocket, but is there anything else outside of us in the pocket?
Yeah. You think for the duration of this fight, likely this pocket, if it is not destroyed, will suffice for a nearby point of oxygen.
Okay.
Oh my God, Ivy, thank you so much.
Wow.
10 gifted subs, you're the best.
Oh my God.
Putting gas in my tank, food in my belly, I appreciate you. Paying my fucking rent.
And Nadja.
Amazing, truly, thank you.
Okay. How far is one of the hostages between me and Pierce?
There are 3 like within touching distance. The ones that are by Pierce are 60 feet away. Well,
Okay.
Pierce is 60 feet away. One of the other ones is 60 feet away, and the third one is 70 feet away.
Okay.
And you can see the shard swarm as well. I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to set Barry down and be like, okay, you stay here. You two watch Barry. There's bread in the bag in case you guys get hungry.
You got it.
I will be right back. And I'm just gonna like slowly step back through the bubble and be like, and all of his,
Like a
all of his fur is
U-shaped
just like
hole for
all of his fur is just like flowing and just he waves and goes boop,
Barry
and
waves.
then like does like a gentle like push away like 10 feet, and then that's when once he's like with the 10 feet he
It is 10 feet exactly.
Step of the wind closes the distance to the one that was paralyzed, immediately grabbing and bolting back with the 10 feet. I get 140 total. That's without, that's not even with dashing. Or that's technically, because I can use the dash as my bonus action, that's 140 feet of movement. So I'm here, and then Pierce just sees Puff go.
There's like a 1 second moment where you're in my vision, and we wordlessly just
Make eye
nod at
contact,
each other.
gentle wave. And I'll have the one that's so with my bonus action, I torpedo to the one, and then I can move up to 10 feet back. So I still have, that would be like 130 feet of movement to leave him 10 feet outside of the bubble. And I'm just like, I literally point and I'm like, thumbs up.
He's like,
and with my action, I'm gonna gingerly push him into the bubble so he floats. Just push him in the gentle direction of where the oxygen is, so that way when he falls, even if he's still paralyzed, paralyzed, he is at least paralyzed with oxygen.
amazing.
Because he's within the bubble.
You see
And I'll
open
just wait
arms
outside the bubble.
Yeah. And you turn. Is it the end of your turn?
Just that's my whole turn.
Pierce.
Yeah.
You see many more of these things. This is a huge swarm.
Okay.
Thank you for the bits, Nadia. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I will gesture towards the bubble to the other one.
Best lifeguard ever.
He's
I
much
guess
more concerned
so.
about trying to pull these things off of him. He's already panicked. He's already lost his oxygen. He probably can't see as far as you either. He's dying in the water.
I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna attempt to dash with him towards the bubble, which will be, I believe, yeah, I have 30 feet normally, so if I dash, I have 60. That should get us to the bubble. I'm gonna slow down right before the bubble, and then I'm gonna enter with him, and I'm gonna see if these things break the tension. And I'm also
Well,
gonna
I'm
make
out-
sure that we have
I'm outside the
everybody.
bubble to make sure that if they get close, they have to go through me.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll pop my head in real quick. Do a count. Do we have everyone now?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. Then I will pop my head back out and pull my Moonsteel Rapier out and see if I can get him to stare at the shiny thing and
Are
not
we-
at the bubble.
Are we doing what I would assume is 10 rounds of combat before you need oxygen because it's a minute?
If you get hit, that number goes down.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be me then. This is gonna be stressful.
Okay. The small fleet of these little pink jagged crystal creatures move in and then pounce, attacking the both of you immediately. First for Puff. I've got a 14 and a 27 to hit.
Both hit.
Both hit.
Yeah, 14 beats it.
16 plus 7 is 23. You take 23 piercing damage for the first hit. (19 plus 7 is 26 piercing for the second hit. Pierce.
First to 26. What was the first one?
23, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so the 23, I need a dex check on.
It succeeds. It is a swarm.
Okay. Well, then I just take the 26 because I deflected the first one.
Heard.
19. No. 21. Fucking math, man.
19 plus
67.
21.
There we go.
Okay.
No, I was trying to. I was like, I deflected the entire first attack. It was the second attack that I was just like, yeah, because a temp HP was throwing me off. We're good.
The metal arm comes up, Pierce, and manages to fend off that first shard as it crit fails. But that leaves you open for the 19 plus 17 to hit,
Oh yeah.
which hits once.
You have 17 plus 17? Jesus.
I've got 19 plus 12. Sorry, 19 plus 12 to hit.
Oh.
It's still
Actually,
a
that might. No,
31.
I'm kidding.
Did you know my AC was 40? Come on, now.
Surprise, surprise.
14 plus 7, which is 21 piercing damage. It then begins to slowly freeze the water around it, though it itself seems to be able to move through the space a little slower, as if it was having to burrow, but proficiently nonetheless. I need the both of you to make dex saves. DC, before you roll, DC is no, that's not fair. That is ridiculous.
Well, I got a 22, regardless of what it is. I got a 22.
15.
DC's 50.
What was it, a 20?
Yeah, it was a 20. And I'm like, that's not... That,
Natural 20 plus 10.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. You guys are able to move back into that pocket of air as the water locks and freezes up. And soon it begins to spread.
Oh, shit.
The civvies are in, Barry is in. They huddle in fear. About half the bubble is frozen now, and you guys are in this, slowly feeling like you're being buried alive.
Okay. We need to go to the next bubble. I am going to take rope out of my backpack and be like, we're gonna chain these. You know, everybody put it around their waist. I'm not losing anybody.
Okay.
And then I tie the frickin' main rope to my little like waistband.
Okay.
And just like, okay, tug, make sure it's secure. Pierce, you tie yourself on the back. You are the defense.
Yep, and I'll just shoot my grappling hook hand to grab onto the back of the rope.
Okay.
And hang on with that.
Okay, I am going to gingerly move us to the opposite end of the bubble to where we can position ourselves to look like trying to see the next pocket.
Okay.
And I am going to where is it? I can't use Step of the Wind with more than one person. However,
correct.
I am going to. I can still dash.
You can still drag them along behind you.
I'm like, I could still dash and drag them through the water at 140. So if need be, then you could say if I can't do this, I plan to dash and then action surge if I haven't made it there with 140 feet. I'm gonna dash again.
You're going to need to make an athletics check at disadvantage.
Well, that's a dirty 20, and then we'll go with the dirty 20 because the other one was higher. I have +8 to athletics.
You reach behind yourself and grab a hold of Barry's head so that the whiplash doesn't happen to her. And you
Hang on.
Valve, the grip of the new mechanical arm shows its metal as you are hauled, and I mean hauled through the water. It leaves an opening behind you guys.
Everybody behind me's just getting like
ragdolling.
The flipper concussion of the water waves.
Like when you fall out in tubing, but your leg gets caught, so you're just buffeted into non-existence. It's happened.
I think Pierce at one point has to like pull down his goggles because he wasn't prepared for the force of the water.
Oh, that's the other thing. I'm wearing goggles, so I have perfect vision.
Probably have to hold on to those things as you go.
Let's go.
You get to the next bubble.
Gingerly swimming.
Yeah, at the very end, you like slow down and gently.
Everyone
else is like
10 feet out.
just coughing up water. But I will say, if you stick to this method, I don't have a means of keeping up with you. So, I will say you have circumvented combat effectively.
There we go, Metro. There we
Let's
go,
go.
Metro.
And
Fast
soon,
boy.
and soon after a lot of this.
Well,
No, it's I'm not judging. I'm not throwing shade.
I was like, me and Max both wanted to save everybody.
Uh-huh.
They've been through enough. 2, I don't want to fight them. Those things did one attack did a quarter of my or a fifth of my HP.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I get hit twice, I'm dead.
also-
I have 67 HP. That's 2 attacks.
Yeah, we also were not at 100%, and so like we were like about to go into another little scuffle, and I'm like, nah.
I'm using the
Let
mechanics.
Wally West get us out of here.
I'm using the mechanics from a creature that is a challenge rating 13. And everything was looking up to snuff until I saw the DC 20 save, and I was like, challenge rating 13? That's kind of heavy for a challenge rating 13. 20? Oof. But
That's
I might
heavy.
be wrong on that. So,
Those things are cool, though. I'm not gonna lie.
What's it's the benefits of any difficult terrain does not use bonus like any additional movement, which is fantastic. But yeah, we're just gonna pocket hop from just full. In theory, I should have done that to begin with. Didn't even think about it until I was like, oh yeah, we're just floating.
oh no,
What happened?
my fantasy plus.
R&R.
Why have you betrayed me? Oh, and we're back.
What's happened to me?
Oh, okay, we're fine.
But yeah, just zoom into Kathleen, trying to.
Yeah,
I totally forgot we had 5 people with us.
no worries. No worries. In due time, you find yourselves exiting the water and crossing that lonesome distance to the strange church that is shaped like a timepiece. At first, you think nothing has changed. Until you pass a certain threshold and you pass the barrier of illusion. This place has been transformed. There is ivy across every surface you can see and moss along the floor. Plants that need not the earth or soil that are floating in space and growing into strange and beautiful shapes that you never would have imagined possible. And in the center of this, the bell and steeple have been moved away, and a makeshift arcane barrier has been formed in some way, shape, or form. And inside is, have you guys seen fire when it's not in gravity? It's just like perfectly spherical.
Yeah.
Okay, think of a big ball of fire in the center of this timepiece shape, covered in the stone is covered in beautiful flowers and vegetation, and then in the center this perfectly spherical ball of fire, and within Lady Kathleen floats and meditates and concentrates. People are moving around bustling. The place has activity. You can see various storage have been battened down and put off to the side. Living ivy has grown around the barrels to encase them and secure them in place. Your mere presence has already been noted by these weir lights, actually, that dance and move in the space. And once you came close, they kind of went from a bright yellow to this kind of soft blue. And then after a bit of time, as if somebody were to say, oh no, they're fine, that soft blue changes back to that yellow. And everything smells fresh and beautiful and vibrant. It's almost a heady feeling. Like when you walk into an incense store and you just feel like a little bit faint. You know what I'm talking about? It's that kind of wave of aromas, and it smells wonderful.
Holy hell, Kathleen.
It's very pretty. Are we able to enter in through the barrier?
Yes.
Okay.
And so you move into this kind of you move through this glyph-like floating barrier. It almost looks like Lord Werst's red aggressive font, but it's a living yellow like fire. Yes, Alexa?
Badang. Alexa, roll
That's the
initiative.
sound of yellow.
I figured out what was messing with my Fantasy Plus app, and that was trying to have two different tabs open of the same app.
Makes sense.
That said, I'm gonna pull up a different playlist if it will let me. Pretty please. Where are my scenes? Oh no, what have I done?
You killed my sheep.
It's all
My
gone
favorite
now.
sheep.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't know me, but I know you. Okay, it's coming back. It's trying. Fantasy Plus is dropping the ball on me right now.
Wow.
But that's okay, because their music is phenomenal.
Did y'all know that Ghost makes Welch's grape flavor now?
Let me quick pivot to YouTube that I might put on the OG music for the show. Ba, ba.
I'm gonna check the Discord, see if anybody has bingo yet.
Whoa. There we go.
Okay. Classic. You guys can hear it all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That should be good. Okay. Lady Kathleen turns towards you guys and kind of moves up to the side of the flaming sphere. It is good to see you two again. How did it go?
Not great.
Sorry to hear that. Please find respite, and when you're ready to talk, I'll be here. This place is cloaked now, as long as I maintain my concentration.
We noticed. It's some pretty impressive work
Thank you.
that you've been able to complete in such a short amount of time. I won't lie.
Puff's just gonna go find a safe place to bring Barry and the others, and not really say too much to Kathleen because he's got got a lot of misplaced anger towards her.
That's fair. Puff, Puff.
Yes, Barry. What's up?
What are you gonna do now? She's sitting in a hammock,
Well,
their feet up.
I'm gonna go find a way for us try and get back home.
Okay.
You're safe here. And Puff in the back of his brain's like, I'm gonna go murder a lot of people. Copious amounts. Anybody tied to whatever the heck happened to you and our family. But I'm not gonna say that to a child.
Is there something I should do?
You just rest up.
But I
And
want to do something.
well, you can ask Lady Kathleen what you can do to help around here. I'm sure there's stuff that you...
She's nobility. I don't
Nobody's
know how to,
nobility
I
here.
don't know how to curtsy like that.
You don't need to curtsy. We're not home anymore. Everybody's just a person here.
Okay.
You treat everybody just as you would anybody else at the farm.
Yeah, I can do that. And she puts on a smile. She starts looking around and smiling at everybody. The resilience of children. You're not sure if this is masking or if she's just resilient like that. She just seems to revert to her cheery, adorable self and starts just conversing with everybody and seems to be actively trying to lighten people's mood. And you do note that she does like find a hat to hide the missing ear, but
Hold on.
she moves right into the place.
Looks around. Atticus.
Sits up.
You're back. Just very the sternest you've ever seen, Puff.
Oh,
You. New ear.
an ear?
Yes.
Does it need to
robotic
be able
ear.
to connect to the brain and hear?
Yes. What would else? No.
That's hard.
Here's-
I don't know how to. Well,
What do you mean?
your ears require
Think
tiny
of it as
little
a
sensitive
challenge.
hairs.
Think of it as a challenge. Are you saying you're not up to the challenge, Atticus?
I would never. Sits up a little straighter. I'm just saying. Not a miracle worker.
Somebody in the back goes, "What are you, a bitch?"
No, I'm not. Math. Okay. If I will attempt to find a way to create the little hairs that are fine and sensitive enough to be what you're looking for. Aside from that, I think I can make it work.
Hold on. And Puff's going to he's gonna take off his cup of captions.
Okay.
And hand it to Atticus and we go, analyze this, use this for her ear.
Oh, okay.
And then I explain to him what the cup of captions can do.
Oh, okay. Hey, my guy, eye level with you. This is gonna require some time.
I didn't say there's not a time requirement. I'm just saying
Okay.
I want her to get
You seemed real serious and urgent.
I just want it done. If it takes time, that's fine.
Looks at you. You got it, my guy. Thank you, Buff.
And then he's gonna just kind of like look back at Barry and be like, we're gonna get you back up to speed. For now, just help any way you can.
Okay.
And keep this safe. and then I'm gonna hand her the
Box. No.
no. Fuck no. Here you go, little one. Try turning this upside down. No, I'm gonna give her
What's in it?
I'm gonna give her the little the gunmetal scale that I have that I
Oh, woo.
like, here you go.
Thanks.
And I'll like play around with it and kind of like punch a hole in it and make a little necklace for her to have. Huh? Like, you keep that safe until I get back.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
And then just
Big
every
hug.
time you see Atticus, you just ask him, "Is my ear done yet?" Just like you would at the farm when you were waiting for any type of pastry. Keep asking if it's done yet.
Okay.
He's gonna make you a new ear.
Should he be doing something else though? I'm not.
Well, first off, we got to get a lot more stuff for him to be able to make the thing that he needs to make. And then I look at Pierce and like, right? What were the list of the things he needed for
I'm
that
just saying, am I
railgun?
that important to be moving like
Yes.
important people to? Okay.
Again, we're all just people here, Barry.
I'm gonna say that you
That's the breaking point. Starts crying. Starts slobbering.
Hugger. Just be
Just
like, it's
snot.
okay. We're all just people here. Everyone is equal. We're on the farm.
There,
Buff's just holding back anger.
your shadow lengthens as Lady Kathleen, kind of floats down into the area. Hey there. What's your name, dearie? My name's Barry. And she tries to do a little curtsy. Oh, you don't need. Are you Puff's little sister? Yeah. Okay. Everything's gonna be okay. You're safe now. Right, Puff?
Buff's just grit his teeth. Yes, you're safe here. And then I give her a very, very like misplaced angry look.
She gives you a kind but sad smile. And she
We will
goes,
unpack that later.
everything's gonna be okay. Well, come on, let's go find something for you to do. Okay, I need to start with bothering Atticus. What did I do?
You know what you did?
I didn't do shit!
You are a wizard with all things mechanical, and I trust you to fix and help my sister. Puff also doesn't understand anything that goes on with Pierce and how he made his arm, but he assumes that if you can make an arm that it's spinning things and ejectables, an ear should be simple.
He starts measuring the whole ear, you know? And starts, I'm on it. It's okay. It's gonna be awesome. Okay.
And then I also fill Barry in about the fact that I'm like, he's gonna use, and I show her the cuff of captions, which she knows is like our fam. Like, he's gonna use this, and he's gonna.
Is it ever like really overwhelming? Is it ever like?
If stuff pops up that you just don't want, like it's just annoying, just think when you see it, look at it in your eye, like when you don't just see it, and then you just look at it and go, not interested in your brain, and it'll just swipe away.
It just goes away. All right.
Yeah.
Easy.
But that way you can get a little bit of sense of, if you only got the one ear, you'll be able to hear anything around. Also, I got that from our mom, and they said it was the most important thing that we have. But right now, you're the most important thing that we have, that I have. So, it's just his little head pets. It's okay. You stay safe.
Okay. Thanks, Puff Puff.
Here, someone to go punch something.
I think you'd notice for now that for the past like few minutes this conversation has been going on, Pierce has not said anything, but he also hasn't moved. He's just kind of been looking at Barry with this look that's a mix between tense and sad. It's like moved past anger at this point. And as she's like trying to learn everybody's names and like finding the hat, it's just this like quiet contemplation. And before Lady Kathleen heads off with her, I think he'd go, "Hey Kathleen,
Yes, dear.
honeysuckle. You got any honeysuckle around here?"
I do now. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll take that. And Atticus's lab. Where did he set up shop?
He made a little bolt hole somewhere. You'd have to ask him.
Okay. Addy,
Yeah.
where'd you put your lab?
I'll take
I
it.
wanna use it.
I
Okay.
gotta do some more precise measurements. I mean, come here a little bit.
Follows and just staring at Atticus. Just
And when I get to the lab, I want to try and make Barry some honeysuckle candy.
Aw,
Aww.
that's so wholesome.
And then I want to work on another project
Okay.
that involves incredible violence.
Long rest? Question mark? Or do we want to head back out? There's always
definitely
that
long
prison.
rest.
If we want to take a crack at that prison.
If we're gonna crack at the prison,
Another day.
we need to long rest first because I am half health. But I'm going to reach into my little bag and give Barry. I'm like, here you go, and it's just a little bag of seeds. You figure out where you can plant these, and then I give her my
Thanks.
little tiny pocket journal of like the seed types that comes along. Like I have like a little journal of like the seed types, and it's like, here you go. Just still teach you how to do what you were supposed to be your role on the farm. You were gonna kind of be like a jack of all trades that helped around the farm and did like a little bit of everything until you find out what you're good at.
Cool. I'm great at reading.
Yeah. And then you ask
Go with
Kathleen where you
numbers
can
too if
plant
you
them.
need numbers.
Atticus. Well, fuck. No, sorry. Paul covers his mouth because he's scoring in front of her. It's like, don't repeat that. Don't repeat that. It's a weird day. Atticus. And I give Atticus or I go, Pierce, just which one of us has the box?
I have it. And I'll reach out, bring it out.
What you got there?
Don't flip that upside down.
Oh, okay.
Do not drop. Don't jostle this. Don't shake this. Don't poke this. Do not drop this. Don't shake it. Don't try and figure out what's in it. I will give you a full rundown, but right now,
I can't even take a few samples?
no.
I would say during the long rest, do we want to fill Atticus in?
Yeah,
We have
that's
the
what I
time.
want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay.
But I'm not handing this box over to him until he has a full scope of what it is. Like,
And then me explaining, like with combined him giving the full scope and me explaining the numbers, what I saw with the goggles on.
He's on his like third trembling cup of tea before he goes, I've never seen such mastercraft. The whole city. Oh.
I know that look. And I say this as I'm over the beakers and like I'm making a reduction of the honeysuckle and like solidifying the nectar. And like there's some sugars and another thing that are getting all caramelized. And I'm like, I know that look. Don't go crazy.
No, surely. The secret to
three big
immortality is
projects.
paranoia.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I you've got three big projects that you're working on right now, right? You got
Yes.
the railgun,
And
Barry's
think how
ear.
fast I could get those other projects done if I
Can't-
held the power of the city in my
Hey!
hands.
There are a lot of people that almost didn't make it here today. I need you to make sure these defenses, the weapons we're building, are gonna be up to snuff, that there is not a single flaw in the mechanics, in the design. Otherwise, we are all dead. We're dead. Do you get that?
Yep.
And there's a lot of frustration that Pierce is now starting to let out.
It seems like you boys have had a rough go of it. Barry dear, could you run along for now? Barry looks at Puff.
I look at Atticus and I'm just like, I'm about to. Part of Puff wants to just be like, I'm not giving you the box until you make that goddamn ear. Okay. Well, Barry, I would just go see if, well, you know what responsibilities you can, because you said you wanted some work. So let's see go talk to Lady Kathleen, see what she can have you do. Also, see if she can do anything with the seeds.
Okay.
She's a druid lady. Maybe she can either make them immediately grow. I don't know how druid. But if you, in theory, the whole premise of your role, what I want you to do, try and grow the seeds in the thing so that way everybody here's got food.
Okay, I can do that. Scamper.
And then I look at Atticus. We just lost our whole family, and I'm doing my damnedest not to take it out on you or Lady Kathleen. I want to go punch something, Pierce. Where's the shear?
Most of them are back in the city, and at this point I'm like putting the caramelization flavorings in like these little like pulpit sheets and letting them cool. They're back in the city. We need to stay here and lick our wounds for a few days at least before we go back and start tearing shit up. But
There's
please
a few
believe
things
me.
if you really need to blow off some steam. Got a few options for you if you're needing it. But you're right, licking our wounds. As I was saying, that is an incredible opportunity that could change everything. The ear will take time and will be done accordingly soon, I rest assure you. I could easily build the railgun on my own if I had utmost control of this city. Just a thought.
We don't know that this gives you control of the city. We just, from what Puff ascertained, we know it lets the city move, potentially.
Well, no, Shorn told me that it is like a control city adjacent. From what Shorn
original architect, if I had to guess, was able to move the city as they saw fit. And that power resides in the heart. And if all of the designs focused on the person who had the heart in them, we would have to find a way to make you not an undead. Well, preferably me. Then we would be golden. then we could have serious power.
Did you just say you're an undead, Atticus?
No, I'm saying if the dead heart is in you, then you're an undead.
I was an undead earlier.
Briefly, yes. I mean, I believe.
I hate it here. It is an awful experience.
Explains
So-
the long hallways and it's all one big. I wouldn't call it a construct.
So, hypothetically, if one were to cast resurrection magic on this heart, would that solve the issue?
Maybe. It's an undead heart. If we
Turn undead.
let's just get to scare it.
Or destroy
Scare it into submission.
If we destroy it, we lose the opportunity. If we grow the person back, then the power is with someone we won't be able to rely upon without resulting to heinous deeds.
Put it in a golem. And then you
Maybe.
control the golem.
Maybe.
Yeah,
A
Puff
construct to
says
control
that.
the construct. like a factory room, like a yes. Sorry.
I'm gonna shake you. I swear to God, Atticus, I'm gonna shake you.
On the other note,
gosh.
there's one or two creatures around that have been pestering us. So if you really need to go fight something, there's a couple of options. But from what I understood from Tim, the DM's forgetting the barbarian name, Mike? No, not wouldn't be
Cameron.
Mike. Cameron. From what I understand
No.
from Cameron.
Oh yeah, Cameron.
Tim.
When's the last time you slept, Atticus?
What day is it?
Put down the tea. I don't know at this point. It feels like I've been here a month.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's only been
crazy.
a couple of days.
It's a lot. How was I gonna say? Yeah, according to Cameron, that prison is abandoned and not within the city. So you wouldn't have to go back into the city proper to go deal with the remnants of that cult.
Let's get a nap in or a sleep in before we go deal with the cold.
Okay. And he floats in place. And goes to sleep.
I would poke his forehead real quick before he goes to sleep.
He's pinwheeling. Yes.
I said 3 projects, right?
Yes, you did.
But I only named 2.
I thought. Well, go on.
I'll open up my journal to a page that I've been schematic sizing. That's a word. Writing notes in,
Scheming.
doing formulas. Scheming is the appropriate word. And I just lay it and let it float in front of him. And what he sees is a rough, honestly insane scrawl diagram of making essentially truffle oil out of piddle pops.
This would be really easy.
Okay.
We can get this basically automating itself. We just gotta feed it. We just need some space. We got plenty of space.
Okay. I want to keep it far away from any bunks, any food resources, any recreational areas of the compound. I don't want what happened to me to happen to anybody else.
I very much agree.
But I want this.
and you will have it.
Okay. Good night. And then I will take the cooled candies, put them in a little satchel, and I will hand them to Puff, and I'll be like, you get these to her whenever you can.
Sounds good. And then Puff immediately cheeks one. And then I float away. Because he hasn't seen sweets for
Older
like
brother
at least
perk.
a day. Just, oh,
It's the brother
he gave
tax.
you
Yeah.
7.
Okay. Paint me a picture of what you guys do in your downtime during this long rest.
Puff is stealthily just during the long rest, just floating and then keeping an eye on his sister the entire time. Just like watching her acclimate
mostly
to the, you
sleeping.
know, acclimating.
Mhm.
And then just like giving her the candy and then just like, some pretty much, especially like considering that she's made everything overgrown. He's looking at all of what is Puff and Pierce's like natural fauna.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, it feels like home. Because he's from the farm, so like the nearest adjacent thing outside of the farm and outside of the city would be the forests and stuff. So, which he's where he grew up in the middle of a bunny fuck nowhere, just nothing.
Bun fuck no.
Bunny fuck nowhere.
Just, oh, where are you from? A farm, forest. That's the 2 places I go.
If you go that way, eventually there's an ocean. So they say.
I've never seen it.
But yeah, I just like grab some random like
Okay.
native vegetables and stuff that's growing, throw them in my sack for like rations.
Okay. Pierce.
Pierce is immediately revamping a few of his mutagens.
Okay.
He empties the gauntlet and begins work on some newer variations with some different abilities. And he is making as many stores of them as he can to have ready for whatever may come.
Okay.
Some have more of a drastic appearance when they manifest.
Okay.
Maybe painful for Pierce, but the benefits are outweighing the risk to him at this point, and the gloves are officially off.
Okay. I like it.
He's also gonna take some time to look to sketch some teeth replacements.
Okay.
So he can replace one of his teeth with essentially a cyanide-like pill,
Okay.
but for spitting on people.
Okay. I like it. That's cool. I'm gonna regret that. Puff.
Yes.
We're gonna do you first. Lady Kathleen shows you the mosaic that is been repaired and reshuffled many times, and it's not 100% finished. But this mosaic that you found here when you got here, it seems to depict a very similar entity to Shorn. Gilbert also reacts, hopping up and Shorn!
That's my buddy.
It's not a crow head, though. Same aesthetic. The mosaic shows a cult murdering in the name of this entity, this shadowy figure. But here it's, instead of a bird skull, it seems to be like almost like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, like a dinosaur skull. A long, almost like if a horse was a carnivore.
One sec. Okay. Okay, I gotta go talk to somebody real quick, Lady Kathleen. You might not want to watch this, and I snap Gilbert's neck.
Well, she just starts just like a curse in Druidic, and then she like catches herself.
Just might not want to watch this.
Have fun. The shadows are suddenly crow feathers, and they flap and overlap and slowly spread out until just on the mosaic it's this entity that has this like dinosaur-esque skull, and you watch it pry itself free, and it's shorn, and the bird skull returns, and he floats away from the mosaic and goes, strange investiture here.
Yeah. Is that you? And I point to the mural. Gilbert said it was you.
And you watch. You can't really see facial expressions as laden memories seem to click into place. How many times has he killed me?
You talking about Spectre?
Yes. How many times have they forced me to manifest just to mutate me into one of their monsters? Did your friends fight anything like me recently?
We fought a sludgy monster that turned angels into, for lack of a better word, horrifying monsters that just kept saying they were sorry.
Inquire after me for me. At your earliest convenience.
Okay, we're gonna go deal with the rest of the shear. I just wanted to fill you in.
Yes. Excellent.
Because clearly, based on, and I point to the mural, that somebody's done you some serious wrong, and gonna seek some vengeance on your behalf.
Yes. I too want context. Seems to continue staring.
You take a minute if you need a minute before we part ways, because I know that this is a lot for you to take in. It was a lot. Everything's been a lot for me to take in.
The beak snaps shut. Just
Do you remember anything?
Seems overwhelmed. Some things. Extend my apologies to Pierce. Please.
Oh, okay.
Comes back. Oh, sorry. And then Gilbert returned.
Just holding Gilbert. Gilbert. Nothing's ever normal. Put it on my head.
Normal. What does that mean, though? Above table. I'm confused. I don't know what that means.
Float to Pierce. So I I look at Lady Kathleen. I have no answers for you except that is this little guy's father. And then I float away.
Oh, okay.
You your daddy's son.
Pierce.
And I'm still working.
Just floating. Thorn says he's sorry. I don't know why.
The hand's still for a second.
It's just more confusion than anything. It's like,
I don't know either.
he apologized to me specifically.
Yeah, he saw the mural. He's like, "Oh, that's me." What? How many times have they, freaking, I'm assuming very, adjacent, just like.
Sorry.
I don't. It's very confusing. It appears that they have the equivalent of Doomsday from Superman just killed him over and over and over.
Make a history check for me, Pierce.
Okay. You know what it is? Is this have anything to do with Fey Fiends or Undead?
No.
No,
Nope.
No. Okay. Good to know.
I believe.
Not directly, at least.
21.
Nice.
Do you remember the creature that came a hunting after you with the lantern?
Yeah.
One of the creatures that came out of that lantern, now that you think about it, would kind of look like Shorn, but instead of a crow head, it was like a canine horse head. It had many limbs.
It was the dog? Wait a minute. That thing with the lantern, we killed that thing, right?
No. It's in the iron flask.
Oh my fuck. I think Pierce would like.
Not the song I meant to put on, but we're running it. We're letting it run its course.
It's very a revelation.
Yeah.
No, it's.
It's been a night for accidental music, but it's still working out.
Pierce kind of would just like run his hand through his hair and kind of lean back away from the work for a second and go, wait, so Puff, you're saying that Shorn was not always that kind of form? That he is.
So, and I'm like, I just like like I float over and grab Pierce's hand, and it's just easier if I just show you. And I float to the mural and I go, that's what he's supposed to look like.
It looks like a sane humanoid form of the many-legged mutated thing that came after you. Same skull.
And apparently, I'm assuming this, based on what me and Shorn talked about, is that the specter has just over multiple times summoning and mutilating and eventually just turned him into this shadow creature.
And y'all slew it. Which restarted the process.
Okay. So stay with me here.
Okay.
That thing or something like it. When we first showed up in Woanoid, there was a creature that looked sort of like it, but it wasn't like this. It was like a dog. It was like some weird hybrid mutation creature, and we killed it because it attacked us. But it was spawned out of this lantern that this wraith-like entity had.
I'm finding
And
the
that-
picture in the Discord.
Yeah. And that wraith is in Atticus's flask. He captured it so we could survive and get away.
Okay. Oh, that is very unsettling.
And this is the creature in the flask.
Okay. So
Isn't that fun?
let's walk it back. Just like feeling Alex just pinching his nose. So, to my understanding, Mural. That's Shorn. You fought some rendition of Shorn that was manipulated and horrifically changed. And that thing that changed Shorn is in the flask, is what you're saying.
I don't know if that was the thing that changed Shorn, but it's whatever brought Shorn,
Like a
Or
hound
whatever.
master.
yeah, whatever version of
Or a
Shorn that was.
Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is now in a Pokeball, if you will.
So, well, Shorn apologizes for attacking you. But according to Shorn, that's interesting because Shorn remembers attacking you at that point. So you guys defeated a version of Shorn that had been like twisted. The plan is to, apparently, according to them, if we get rid of the rest of the shear, they can have, like, they can like return back to like having more free will and not being so murder intent.
Shaped by you specifically instead of
Oh,
a
yeah.
murderous cult.
So
So it is a celestial. Because that is how celestials work in these games. In this game.
Okay.
In these worlds. Celestials are shaped by their worship.
So if we get rid of all the shear, my fluffy little brain will shape Shorn's will for all things good and sweet. Specifically pastries, as he keeps like eating the honeysuckle drop that he got from Pierce. Just
Huh.
these are really good.
Those are supposed to be for your sister.
I gave them to her -1.
Okay. What the
Yeah, it's a lot. Nothing's ever simple.
Thanks.
But still voting. You go to that prison. because that's the last of the shear.
I agree.
And I'd ideally like to get rid of them. One, to work off the all of the anger I have. You know, I'm not gonna unpack. We both understand the anger there.
Yeah.
But two things. I want to get to them before they have a chance to regain numbers, because we've been kicking their ass, and I can only assume that they're going to keep trying to recruit. It's better to get them out of the way before, because last time we checked, there was what, like 4 left that we know of.
Maybe.
I have my
I think
notes. It
that's what-
says
Yep.
in my
I think
notes
that's
it
what
said
your buddy
4.
said.
3 members. I had 4, and it's been scratched out to 3.
Oh yeah, down to 4 members, including the E1T. We killed the E1T.
Yeah.
4 including you? Yeah, including me. So 3.
Yeah. 3 left.
All right. And let's sleep off all this all
Gunk.
this
No, this mental health gunk.
mental gunk, yeah. And we'll get to work in the morning.
Sounds good. Also, I didn't get a chance to thank you. I am really, really happy you sent your dog into there.
I mean, he wasn't really my dog. I didn't even name him.
He also hasn't returned.
He hasn't. Well, it's because we left like right away. And I told him to find me when he was done. But we went so far so fast. There's a very low chance of him ever finding me. At least if he's even still alive. At least until I'm back in the city. So like
Your game plan, you want to go hit that up and then skirt around the outside of the city before, just to kind of, not necessarily like no place that would raise alarms, but to see if we could kind of get, you know, any if I don't know how he finds you, because he's been inside in your like shoulder. So like I would assume he's got to have some type of like, I don't know how magic works, Pierce.
well,
My brain.
from what happened before, he'd never met me, and he somehow was pawing outside of the room that we were in, and
We could
I
go
think if
take a
I'm-
quick look.
close. And well, I don't want to go too deep into the city, but like if we're heading to the very outskirts of it, there's a chance he may be able to hone in on the scent.
Yeah. And the
But I
worst,
don't want to.
worst that
I don't
happens
wanna-
is I just grab you and I just run away. It'll be fine. Nobody can catch me. Slippery.
Yeah, pale comet.
Yeah. I also need a shower. I feel gross. Zalia's not here to press to digitize me.
Yeah, he's off doing other stuff, talking to
I'm assuming at
important
the
folks.
good old
Why did I know what you meant?
Oh my god.
That's
the
gotta love the good old.
My favorite is when they
Oh, that's my favorite too. We're so stupid. I love it.
Yeah, it's good times.
the party gets their long rest.
Yay.
Thank goodness.
Pierce,
Oh no. Yes.
while you're having a nice little snooze, roll me a d20.
Hey, that's a bitch move. That's a 19 on die.
It's 19.
Nice.
Let me check my.
Unless high rolls are bad.
They usually are.
No. Just the D100 travel encounter rules are reversed. Only those. You have a dream, Pierce Ashwalker. You are in this desert of dunes. And it's the bone dust that slew all those people. And it churns, and you manage to stay on top of it as it kind of inverts itself, all the sand below coming above as this dune of pale white slowly fades to red, and the bones begin to appear and shift around, and it moves, and you feel yourself being moved along, and the sky turns pink. You're in a strange land of red dust and pink sky and bones all around, forming strange patterns centered around you. And then you wake up.
And I reach over, grab my journal, and I write notes on that dream.
Something falls as you reach for the journal. And you can put it there, but it's the dragon knuckle bone. It just kind of clatters to the... Well, you're in zero gravity. It just kind of... You hear it gently against the wall on the other side of the room. And you turn, and it's just already floating back towards you, all weird-like.
Does it look like it changed?
Excuse me. There is a... I didn't know if you guys would be able to hear that. My tummy grumbled.
Just a hot girl with tummy issues.
My tummy went...
I would have not known what it was had you not said, excuse me. Oh my god.
Dear Lord.
There is a crack in it now.
Oh. That's not good. I know that's not good. Why do I have this? I don't know. Fate says give it a chance.
I don't believe in fate. Suddenly there's Atticus.
Jesus.
Sorry. I've been waiting for you to wake up.
Just looking at me like...
He has a very big syringe and goes, I've concocted I had a spare. I had a moment where I was able to pull on something from earlier. Did some research on, I hope it's okay, on some of the magics that your faction used.
Oh, you mean Hemocraft?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And once I determined the nature of your area of focus, I looked into the broader stuff. So don't ask, so I don't have to tell you. But next time you're in a pickle, give that a whirl. And bit of a mutational effect of a kind. Let me know how it goes. Take notes.
Am I stabbing myself with this, or am I stabbing somebody else with it? Okay, how am I going to fit this in my bag, Atticus?
Working in no gravity has had an effect. Right. Give me your arm. And he's gonna incorporate it into your arm. So now there's a ripcord you can pull for that specific. It does take up the area in your compartment, one of your compartments, though.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so what does it do?
He goes on to try his best to paint a pretty picture of you remember the abomination from the Hulk movie
Yes.
where his bones all kind of started sticking out, and
Yes.
that but not that big.
Okay.
And it's got a bit of a kickback after about an hour or so.
Interesting.
Would definitely find a place to put your head down if you could.
All right. This will be the break in case of emergency cord.
I call it 1.
Out of?
1. This is the first. This is the first version. It'll have the most hiccups, but we'll refine it. It'll get better.
Totally turning you into the Dr. Jekyll of Ben 10.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I will be sure to use it responsibly.
Okay, and again, don't ask, so I don't have to tell you anything about it. Bye-bye. There, in your faction, there is, of the Hemocraft, there is accepted practices of Hemocraft, and then there's
Exactly.
blood magic. It's not a farce. They're different, but they're definitely within the same family.
They're definitely related, yeah.
Yeah. But it seems like you're taking off the gloves, so.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. Yep.
All right.
Interesting.
Time to grab our second break as we get ready to head out.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why you look like that, brother?
It's a game.
I wasn't ready. Okay. The party prepares themselves and heads off into the bowels of Rillis. Down we climb, waxwards, until we are descending deep into realms that have not been touched by any mortal in an age. Do not forget, to teleport here is to invite the rabbit.
Oh, fuck.
Moving along the space. Soon the two of you find yourselves hiding in this one room. It's this massive mega city of a hallway. It's this long sloping stairway with hundreds of feet up into darkness, and on both sides of this staircase is just walls of many houses all stacked on top of each other with little staircases moving up and down in the space. You find yourselves huddled down in one of these houses, looking about 70 feet down towards this opening where clearly a fortified prison has been left abandoned. You can see a low wall surrounding it. It's about 3 floors high and is just this monolithic block with very narrow windows and seemingly a single entrance, which is closed. You hear soft wailing coming from within, and the occasional bang of metal on metal. You don't see anybody. There's no light. There's a trapdoor on the roof. But again, you're looking down on the structure as a whole from on high. Tucked away in the darkness, looking through a window.
How far is the drop?
You can climb down the stairs if need be. But you're looking at a good 50-foot drop, and that's if you land on the roof of the building you're aiming for. Otherwise, it's about 70 feet.
Okay.
Would we stealth down the stairs, or?
It's about 30 feet of open space around the prison building before
I'm
it's replaced
thinking-
by more structures.
I'm thinking Pierce. And where are the windows? Are the windows like middle of it? I'm assuming.
Yeah, and they're quite small. Like long, narrow, almost like arrow slits, like those arrow boxes. So
Well,
that
there's
no one
only
could easily
3
escape through them.
guns and supposed to be in this prison. Hear me out, Pierce. We jump onto the roof, and I instant door, not on the trap door, but a different spot of the roof. Element of surprise style.
I think I'd still be taking some damage, though.
No. Because look. And I like scoop him. And then I jump.
It takes. I'm actually gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
To see if I can stop myself from screaming.
Okay.
And I want it known. Basically, every day when I head out and I know I'm gonna fight, I pop celerity. Celerity gives me +3 to my dex, but it also imposes like a negative stat, so there's like a drawback.
Okay.
The drawback is I have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. So I apologize, but I feel like this has got to be done. Okay. That's gonna be a 5.
I need to hear
I'm
it.
just like, shit!
And the reason I say because look is because I can slow fall to 65. Like I can reduce any fall damage by 65.
To yourself.
Yeah, but if he's on top of me.
Yeah, but if he's carrying me, I mean,
I need acrobatics checks from both of you.
okay.
And this is what happens on the landing. If you roll higher than a 16, Puff will effectively disperse this damage.
The eye acrobatics was a 20.
20?
20.
Okay.
15.
Use the advantage or the inspiration.
Already, do I have inspo? I already used it, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, true.
I thought I already did.
Sorry, Puff. You do
I've got
not
smoke
automatically
bomb.
negate a different person's damage.
As
Does
we
he
try
take
to thread
damage?
the needle through the hole, the edge of my head like just smacks on the side of where the door doesn't meet.
You're taking 50 damage? Yeah, 50 DC? D6?
50,
Oh,
or
yeah.
is it 5?
No,
is
it's
it 10 d6
30,
per 10?
so you would take 40.
Wait,
So 46.
Oh, 4d6.
Yeah.
with my jump height, I should be able to jump. Oh, I didn't use step of the wind. That's my bad, Pierce. Because of my if I would have used step of the wind, I'm like, I can jump like 75 feet.
Pierce doesn't hear your apology because he's knocked out.
The wind is driven from
Wait.
you.
No, I can jump up to 3 times my normal distance with my boots of striding and springing, so I should be able to jump that no problem.
It's
Unless
falling
it's a
that
fall.
far. It's you're
yeah.
looking down
I
at the
can't-
building. You can
I'm thinking
make the
jumping
jump.
up,
You
not
can
jumping
make the
down.
jump. It's a matter of landing from jumping down on
Yeah.
high.
What if I instant door as we hit? Not gonna help.
If it was farther than 200 feet, I would say yes, but no.
I should have just ran down and jumped laterally. Because I can run on walls. I apologize, Pierce. There was a lot of ways this could have been better.
Did I hinge you your damage yet?
No.
yet.
Okay. 17.
Oh,
Bludgeoning.
that's not too bad.
Not too bad. More than I'd like, but less than I feared.
trying to breathe. There it is.
I hand Pierce a potion. There you go.
I take some time and I drink that.
You take the full action and get the maximum amount you can get back.
That was my bad. We should have talked this through. I did an Azalea. That's my bad.
I don't think fuck. I don't think Azalea would have done something like that.
Probably fair.
But
I don't know.
I got 7 back.
The faint sobbing and wailing turns into blood-curdling screeching from within the building as something is alerted to your presence by your shrill scream and landing. You know the meme of the monkey that like crawls up on the bars and starts
Yeah.
something's doing that. Make perception checks, the both of you.
It'll be fine.
Bill says Azalea probably would have just thrown his hand at the roof.
It's 12 for perception.
Okay.
That is
Not great.
3.
Pierce, you move to the side and you're looking around. You don't see the source of it. You look back at Puff, who is standing still looking down off the side of the building, who has found the source of it. And 2 pale hands that are giant-sized are reaching around and grabbing onto the bars and shaking them. However, the hands are bending backwards to grab on to the bars.
Ain't that?
Because of the position, you can't see further into the...
I'm gonna go
And that's on the 2nd floor.
away from wherever the hands are
Okay.
and very quietly open the roof with my instant door.
Oh, okay, yeah. You quietly get down and you... Okay. You fall through. And
No, it's a door that opens.
my apologies.
Oh.
That'd be horrible if it just made the floor disappear.
You open the door and you can see into what looks to be, off of your initial glance and passive perceptions, a dusty torture chamber. Need different music.
Dusty as in hasn't seemed to be used in a while.
Yes, does not seem to be used in a while. The floor itself is very dusty. There are, you can see one skeletal foot.
Are there any cages or...
You can see a barrel, but you would have to either scry in somehow or poke your head in or drop down.
Gilbert. My eyes roll back. And then I slowly pilot Gilbert around.
Tap, 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 tap. Pap, 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 pap. Flutters down. There's a series of grates on the floor, and many skeletons that have chains around their necks or have been left on stretchers to die of starvation. Gilbert's stepping around and taking all of this in. Needs to make a dex save as he gets a little too close to one of the grates, and one of those backwards hands reaches out and tries to grab Gilbert.
It's a 19.
19. Manages to return to you.
He's like, so eyes like, okay, don't go near grates. You're okay. Okay, look. Just put it back on my head.
Puff,
Yes?
I had a bad idea that just popped into my head.
Blow up the building.
No, a bad idea as in we may have miscalculated. We had clarification that there were 3 members left of the Shear, right?
Uh-huh.
And there doesn't seem to be any normal people here that we can see right away.
We didn't really ask who or what the members were. We just know that there's 3.
Exactly.
Valid point. Into the hole? It'll be fine, maybe. Probably not. When is it ever fine? You know, we have yet to be bested by anything, Pierce. I have confidence in us.
The crow goes buck, 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 buck.
See, Gilbert's calling you a chicken. You gonna take that?
Slowly turn to face Gilbert on top of Puff's face. You pull out his rapier and go, "Fuck you, Gilbert," and like drops into the hole.
Puff just looks up. Nice, Gilbert. And then hops into the hole. Just remember, stay away from the grates. Got little grabby hands.
Mm-hmm. You move into the space. I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
I have disadvantage on them. Shit.
Wait, I still have it. I still have it.
You haven't used it. Yeah, that's right.
No, at 14, because it was a nat 1, man. That was awful. I was like, oh no.
Excellent.
Okay, so one was a natural 20.
Okay.
Sad I can't use that.
Mhm.
The other was a 15 plus 1, so 16.
Okay. And what'd you get, Mike?
14, which is not
14.
great.
You both save.
Oh, nice.
As multiple ghosts try to possess you all at once.
Oh,
And frankly,
yeah.
it's the disorganized cacophony that saves you. And now that that's happened, you can kind of see them. They're grabbing at you and pulling at you and trying to cover you and pull you down. One of them is trying to like match hands with you. You know what I mean?
A little mirror trick.
Anything you say, they start trying. Their voices seem to be trying to emulate yours, but you don't hear them.
I pull out my torch and then light my torch and just be like, wait.
Weaving.
Don't wait for me.
One of them suddenly has a long floppy ear.
Huh.
The other one seems disoriented, as if its vision was just changed.
One floppy ear like Barry?
Like you.
Oh. I'm gonna...
Back it up.
Let's
Get
go
away from
downstairs and not deal with it.
You do see a staircase off to one side.
We'll worry about the ghosts later.
Hang on, let's not go too fast. We need to tackle this carefully. There's clearly more here than we thought there was. And I'm like constantly wafting this ghost away.
Yeah, now that you've succeeded, you're immune for 24 hours, so it's just more of an annoyance than anything else.
It's just like, we're here to kill 3 dudes. I'm fairly certain the ghosts aren't the 3 dudes. But what are we doing? What do you want to... I feel like lingering around the spirits isn't the strat here.
I'm just saying, let's make sure we're taking it slow.
I'll have you lead then.
They know this place. We don't. They could set up some sort of trap. So.
True, but wouldn't they have the trap near the front door?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. But why risk it, right?
True.
So through every door that we go to, I'd like to check for traps.
And I'm gonna snuff out my little torch and put my goggles on. Because the goggles give me dark vision.
Nice. And you take the 3d6.
Nope. I do not.
Okay.
I only take the 3d6 when I activate, which I can only do once a day.
I see.
So I don't have like the true sight and all the craziness for that, but I just get dark vision when I put the goggles on.
Very good.
So that way I can see.
Check for traps on those stairs as you get to the top of them. Looking around in this room, you don't find much. Very rudimentary mechanics here, gears and the like. Well, not even gears. They're probably not. It wouldn't even be a gears yet. Pulleys with rope for the stretching tables. Iron around the neck of the corpses. Top of the stairs. Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Okay.
By a lot.
Okay. You start moving a hand out and feeling the different plates on the floor and checking with you throw in a little bit of sand to see if there's any unseen trip wires, stuff like that.
33.
You discover a trap on the stairs.
I just get a picture in my mind of the guy from TikTok who goes.
About
I pointed out to Puff.
About halfway down the steps, you're like face first, hands and knees down the stairs as you're going, and you do find a pressure, like one of the steps does move inward, and with a very high roll, This set of stairs passes by the second floor and goes straight to the first, which means there's a stone wall. In this stairway, and on the other side of the wall would be the second floor. Make sense?
Yes. So that creature that was going like this would be in there.
Yeah, now there's a stone wall between the two of you, and this pressure plate changes that.
Okay. I very intentionally point this plate out to Puff, and I go, step over it. Don't touch it. Bad. That thing, it's on the other end of that door. So we don't, or not door, but like wall, whatever. I don't know how this place works. Just don't touch it. And I skip over the plate.
Puff's gonna take his paw and take the burnt out torch and go, and then be like, very gingerly, like X the little stone, so that way we know which one is the stone. Just
Very smart.
Good, so I don't forget, because I'm not gonna remember which stone it is if we have to come back up here.
Notably, the ghosts did not follow down the stairs.
Should we be rolling stealth?
I would like to.
Roll stealth.
Because we're trying to sneaky doodle up them. That is a 18.
That is 32.
Jesus.
Nice. As you guys are moving
He's
down,
the wind.
as you guys are moving down, you hear, "It was nothing. I told you." like a door closing or something like that. You guys get to the bottom of the stairs, and you can see the first floor. It's a bunch of small prisons, a bunch of small jail cells, each with anti-magic fields. You see the ceiling of the first floor is not a ceiling, but instead many bars going along, so that the person within the jail cell could never have a comfy spot to sit.
Oh.
Go ahead and post the picture of the giant, Audric. The contortionist giant who writhes madly and bangs his head against the various...
Bill's out here fast as frick with the memes. Jesus.
He's
10
on
out
it,
of
man.
10.
Thank you,
That's
Audric.
good.
I hate that. It's out here bending like Valdo from Soul Calibur.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah?
I hate it.
Oh, okay, good. This is known as a Fomorian deep crawler. This maddened entity has been left here to die, but did not die for who knows how long. It also is in some kind of an anti-magic field. You can see it in the bars woven into the very iron of the prison. Dusty floor, dirty floor even. The various jail cells along the wall as you sneak yourselves into the room are unoccupied except for the last one. There is someone in the last one. An elf. With a tattooed face. Woven intricate paisley. And he appears asleep, maybe meditating, in his cot. You don't see anyone else here. The crunch of straw and dirt beneath your feet reminds you of a barn house. There's one painting of on the wall, a serious man. Pale white eyes. White where the pupils should be. Soft green in the iris. He seems to be staring into your very soul. An archaic badge on one lapel. Lapel?
Lapel.
Thank you. But even this picture has worn with age. The color faded, the frames decrepit.
Was he talking to the crawler? Just like look at Pierce in a hushed tone. Well, there's definitely one guy here. Oh,
Let's
Also-
take care of the problem.
just looks up. Fuck that thing.
It's gnawing on one of the bars. Doesn't seem to have any teeth.
Just gumming it. Wow.
Oh my.
So kick open the door and then jump in.
Can I do
He's
some
in a prison cell.
preps?
Yeah. You guys.
No, I meant the one dude that was in that closed the door.
You don't know if that was the person in the cell or someone else entirely.
Oh
The person's in a prison cell does not appear to be able to leave.
no, I thought we heard a door close.
You did,
like,
and you see no door that it could
Oh.
have been.
Oh.
My apologies, I didn't communicate that very well.
Do we think that door could have been from upstairs?
We would have seen
Okay. Okay.
it. Hear me out.
Okay.
How big is the painting?
About 5 feet by 3 feet. Big painting.
I'm good. I wanna investigate the painting
Roll investigation.
because my brain goes to. Is it 19? Well, no, I don't have anything to investigation. 19 though.
Still pretty good.
Investigation
is.
means you get your hands on
I'd
it.
shake.
and, like,
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, why can't it be perception? Because I'm not touching it. I'm just.
The frame doesn't seem to be anything special. Do you touch the canvas itself?
I would start by tracing because again, like I have like a thieves background in terms of like learning. So I'm like tracing the entirety of like the frame of the painting, seeing if because I definitely heard a door.
Mm-hmm.
And the painting based on what you've explained is similar door shaped. So I'm like looking for anything, and then if there's nothing on the frame at that point, he's not eye level with whatever his eyes are because of again based on Puff's kind of rudimentary thief background. It's the paintings having the eyes to be able to peer through as kind of like you would if you had there was a false wall where people would take away the eyes to look through and peep and then put the
Scooby-Doo.
eyes back. So he's underneath wherever the eye level is, touching the canvas. Just like
Before you touch the canvas, I imagine you would have touched it with some kind of tool first.
I'd be pulling up like a, what do I have in my inventory? I'd be like gently using like a hand axe to like scrape the blade or like the handle across.
You do that, and eventually you go to you like go to touch it with your bare hand, and you hear, "Have you ever heard of a red herring?" I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Is it the elf?
It is. Who has not opened his eyes.
I gently back away, and I'm like, you. How do we want to play this, Pierce?
I've got an idea. So, hi, how's it going?
It is.
Yeah, okay. They come through here or not?
I would find myself in quite the appreciative position. He opens one eye. If I were to ever be released from this prison, his eyes are all black. And as he kind of slowly moves to get up and turn towards you, one hand in front of him on his stomach, the other hand behind him, almost like a butler, he glides forward and stoops a little.
Why don't I want to touch the painting?
Oft I have watched as their insides turned to paint, and I've always wondered, would it taste like paint so briefly before the end? And they're never able to tell me after. Make an insight check.
Gladly.
I'm not insightful. I got a 13.
Damn. Damn. It's a 10.
10, a 13. This well-to-do gentleman has just saved your life, Puff. But there's that little hesitation in the back of your mind, and then it clicks with a 13. If he's so eager to get out of here, why didn't he stop the other people who were turned into paint?
What do I get with an 18? Because I have tactical mind, where I can increase my ability check by 1d10. I found it. I found it. I knew I had a thing I could add to an ability check. I can burn second wind.
Likely, there has not ever been someone here that turned into paint, because he is truly locked in there. So either people have been here before and did not like what he had to say and chose to leave him in there, or they died. But not by his hand, as he is still in there.
Okay. Well, and I relay that to Pierce, and I just look at him and I just go, all I'm here to do is there is supposed to be 3 dudes here, and I need to get rid of them. Have you seen the 3 dudes?
I have.
Are they here?
They are.
Where do they hide?
I
And then
will
maybe
tell you if you
I
release
will release
me.
you. I see. Same brain. I'm not gonna let you out until you tell me.
And I
because
have no
I'll
assurances that you will, as he sits back down.
Well, we got 2 options. Either you let the likelihood of somebody else finding you and having an opportunity to let you out is clearly dwindling, because you seem to have been here a long time.
His nails are very long, and there is a fine coating of dust in his hair. He's shaped like an arrowhead. His head shape, like the pointed chin, the sharp ears, and then this kind of thick, curly, black hair in this almost mohawk shape.
So let me ask you this. What is the likelihood that somebody else is going to be here to let you out anytime in the near future outside of me and my buddy?
What is the likelihood that you simply won't let me out after I tell you? But you are correct. Stands up. Under the dirt, there's a trapdoor. It is just over there. And I believe it is trapped. They throw shit at me. Furious that they cannot let me out, and that they can murder me. They're sycophants. They're children. The most rudimentary of logic. People like that are not able to grow because they can't allow themselves to drop their simple excuses for their actions. You catch a glint, Puff. Pierce, what's your passive perception?
16.
Oh. The both of you catch a glint of a vampiric fang. Just a glint.
Okay. We'll let you out.
How big is the thing that's above us?
It is a giant, so it is huge sized.
Dimension wise, how big we thinking?
Maybe 20 feet long. It contorts and crawls.
my thought process here was gonna be a stupid one. Because I was like, hear me out. You go step on the stone. I open the floor as it runs to us, and it falls into the floor beneath us so it can eat them.
As you say this, Pierce, as you're looking at him say this to you, just this globule of drool on the side of your head.
Yeah, just look up to it. Do you want to eat the people that captured you?
I don't think he can understand any kind of.
It's
Well,
an
maybe it can.
improvement. In the early years, he was insufferable. Now he simply wails. I never knew his name. He was here before I was.
How do these cells work? If we is there a button, I'm assuming, beneath us that we'd have to press to unlock it?
You see you see the it's much like a caged door. You don't see any buttons or levers though. There is a lock, but it looks well crafted for all the rudimentary tech of this era in this ruin.
All right. Pierce, do we want to let him out first? He already told us where they are.
All right. Here's what I'm thinking. And I'll face this elf. We'll let you out, as I said. But you clearly are starving, and if that is any indication, you don't necessarily eat normal food, or what the average going person would consider normal. Not here to judge, not here to shame in any way, shape, or form. But I'm not the best snack to go after. My blood would kill you. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm being so fucking serious right now. And if you try to eat him, I'll kill you. And I do not say that lightly. We'll help you get some food down below, right? And then we go our separate ways. You don't cause trouble for us, we won't cause trouble for you. How's that sound?
I am quite literally at your mercy.
What is your name? And this is the first time Puff hears something and doesn't have I don't know what it says. He's like, oh, this is weird.
Oh, because you gave... Oh.
Yeah. I can't... I'm gonna assume that was deep speech. Because would I be able to recognize the dialect because of the fact that I've had the cuff for so long?
It's a dead language.
Okay. Well. It's fine. And then I'm like, in theory, you were captured by a death cult. So, I'm assuming
been here much longer than they have been alive.
So what, they just found you here and they were like, yeah, that seems cool.
They moved in some days ago. can't exactly pick my roommates.
You want to kill them with us?
That's what I was kind of getting at.
Yeah.
I have a list. They might as well be on the bottom.
Who's on the list? How you feeling about like the Kreitz in the order cart?
Those I call the appetizers.
And how you
And
feeling
at
about
that, Pierce takes out his lockpicking set.
Excellent.
If you want to continue, giving him some questions, by all means. But yeah, I've about heard enough.
And then I look at him because I do know how to lockpick, and I'm just like, what's he doing with that lockpicking? And then I'm like, okay.
Shut up!
Because I'm like, I don't know out of the tool, but maybe, yeah, he might
Stop
be good
making
at
fun
this.
of my lockpicking skills.
There's
so like
pointedly many, like an infinite amount of claw marks around this lock.
So if it wasn't obvious, we too are adamantly against the same people you don't like. So it seems like, the enemy to my enemy is my friend type scenario.
I haven't had a friend in a long time. I might be a bit rusty.
That's fine. So is Shorn, and I'm his friend. Their friend? Their friend.
Shorn. I've heard of that name coming from below a few times.
Yeah, they fucked him up, and I plan to undo all the fucking up that they did.
19 on the sleight of hand check to try and get this lock undone.
You succeed. The second that thing clicks and unlocks, his whole demeanor changes from that kind of in control, coy demeanor. It quickly goes to shock. Just shock.
See, we're people of our word. I didn't mean you any harm.
Slowly walks towards it and starts opening the door.
I pull out an actual like a dusty chair, and I'm just like, here you go. You can sit and be comfy.
He, still in shock, sits and just stares at the door. I had forgotten what the other side of that door looked like. I should not stay here.
Oh, yes, you should. And I start heading to the trapdoor to check it for traps and get it open.
Yeah, think about how much blood you're about to get.
Get it open quickly. Get it
Just
open
a little
quickly.
And I... what do I need to roll for this?
I just look at Pearson. I just hold up my instant door. I could just open the floor. Then
Actually.
we don't gotta do trap stuff. They're expecting that trap door to open. They're not expecting the floor to open.
You're actually dead right. Yep. Go ahead.
And I just jam the key into the middle of the floor.
The bunny burrows, but not belatedly. Unless... And you, the door is formed, in the floor. And it is immediately... Two things happen at once. It is immediately opened from the other side as the 3 cultists fly up to attack you. And at the same time, the double doors open of the front entrance, and Lieutenant Rissler steps through the double doors, cigar lit. And then the trap by the double doors go off. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
How mad do you think Drakoniques is going to be at us?
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Chat, don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to do a raid, and it helps us out tremendously if you stick around for that. But hi, I'm SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table, and I'm really excited to get into a 3-way battle next episode. 4-way, depending on how this vampire handles the cravings. But yeah, I'm the lad. I'm the dude that DMs the campaigns here at Longshot. We do 3 weekly campaigns, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tune in tomorrow for Windfall. Hit up the Discord if you want to get caught up, and you can hit up the YouTube as well if you want to get caught up from over there. Did anyone win bingo? Let me know in the Bayonet
I
channel.
don't see any bingo.
I don't know if we got bingo.
Someone's asking if you
All I'm
fed
seeing is
anyone
a-
Puff.
What? No, I said I am Puff in the
Funny
beginning.
meme.
Someone in
very
chat
beginning.
is checking their bingo card and wondering if you fed anyone.
Oh, did Puff? I did not feed it. Well,
You
no, I
fed-
didn't feed anybody.
No, you fed Barry the candy.
Oh no, I gave her the candy.
Oh, that counts. Well, I'd say that counts.
I didn't force feed bread into anybody's mouth.
That's true.
Mike, take it away. Tell us about this,
Puff.
what was Puff going through today? What's in his head?
Well, it's like one confusing because of the instant door, because he would have been on top of it as it formed. So it's like the fuck. But yeah, in terms of, it's just a lot of like just a lot of unbridled rage
Sure.
that needs to be worked through, and not trying to project it onto anybody. He kind of projected it onto Atticus because of the fact that he's just like, we need to like get my sister normal. But in that, he just pretty much wants to take what anger he's feeling and then put it into something positive, like getting rid of a bunch of cultists.
Yeah, there you
go. Hey, we did get bingo.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm Metro Mike. I do special effects makeup and am freaking streaming on RPGs and stuff. Right now, we're kind of floating between games. We're gonna go back into Monster Hunter soon.
Oop.
But stay tuned. I will have the Weeby Gaming podcast here probably beginning of next month going, and freaking ValveMax.
First of all, Freakin' was my father's name. Knock knock. Who is it? It's me, Andy, aka ValveMax010 on most socials. Yeah, Pierce is. It's okay. You can laugh. Be free, spirit. My voice is cracking a lot.
You were just so happy when you said it. There's just the joy radiating off of you.
I think it's delusional fear of the unknown of what could possibly happen here, which is kind of where Pierce is. Pierce doesn't have control of this situation at all, but he's acting like he does. This illusion of control is kind of like all he has left. But I think mainly Pierce is just kind of like trying to funnel his intellect into something positive, sort of like Puff is trying to like focus their wrath onto an appropriate target. Pierce is trying to solve as many problems as he can, so he wants to make Barry happy with the candy. He wants to find new weapons to take down pretty much everybody in Realist that's a problem, including the 2 tyrant families, and the Sheer, this is the first check mark on his list, and now he wants to try and weaponize a seemingly very hungry elf vampire, and he doesn't really know how he's going to do that. So I think with how raw emotionally both him and Puff are at this point, they're kind of just shooting from the hip with an overconfidence because they're just so pissed. But, you know, that's never led anybody wrong before, so why would it start now?
I'm sure we can smooth it out with the Rizzle.
Hey, Mr. Rizzle. Can I call you Rizzle?
Hear me out,
listen.
my dude. You wanted to offer me a job. This is the conditions for me to work for you. Kill the Sheer, and then we can talk.
This vampire dude, his name is... He's really cool. Yeah, thank you. But other than that, you can find me on Mr. Dandy DM's channel as Brash Briggs in Our Flag Means Doom, pirate-themed campaign. You can also find me as Zacchaeus P. Dunbar in Star Progeny over on Saturday Morning Spell Kids. And that's it for me. Brush your teeth.
Everyone pile into this raid. We're going to kick with the Smoking Barrel Tavern. Good beans. I love these guys. Go show them some love. Go be nice. And have a good rest of your night.
And congratulations, young Dr. Gay, for bingo. Good job.
Yeah,
Hey,
bingo.
let's go.
Let's go.
And we're rated.